Hi, this is Simon Dad here. Doing a video today on discard slash reverse discard. It's a subject I haven't really touched on too much directly just because, one at the time I didn't see how it really related to me or that I had really experienced it. And also that I was a little bit confused as to the way other people used it because I really did not feel like it fit my experiences at all. So actually, I'll start there. So when I hear or read about people talking about the discard, they paint this picture of post honeymoon, post love bomb, and then the narcissist turns on them and they're insulting them and trying to control them and belittle them and just absolutely terrorize them, and then once they get to a point with that where it's just, I guess, no more fun for them or something, the narcissist says, "I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm leaving you," or "This is the end of the relationship," or "I'm filing for divorce," or something like that, and makes some grand gesture and kicks them out of their life, or packs their bags and leaves. And like I actually stated in my video about why narcissists never leave, that's not been my experience at all, and if anything, it's been the opposite. And so the whole idea of this phrase or concept of the discard just never made a lot of sense to me as far as anything that I could really grab a hold of and say, oh, I can empathize with that. So one of the things that I realize, I guess I'm still coming out of the fog, 3-4 months down the line, and I more recently heard the phrase reverse discard, which to me seems kind of silly, but I mean, I know what it means. Basically, the narcissist makes your life so miserable that you leave, and then that gives them the opportunity to put on the act and be like, "Oh my God, you're the monster. You're leaving me. I can't believe you're doing this to me, and poor me. I'm the victim." And it allows the narcissist to play that game. And again, it wasn't something that I necessarily experienced directly myself either time. So it didn't really come into my mind as something to look out for and align with my experiences. That said, as I've 4 months out, the fog is still clearing, and I've thought about the last 2 years of my relationship with my covert narcissist, and then my ex-wife, the malignant narcissist. I realized that there were some patterns that started catching my eye, and I was like, wait a minute, I think I need to look at this a little bit closer. So one of them, and so for the purpose of probably the rest of this video, discard, reverse discard, I'm going to use them interchangeably because in the end it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's like a 500-page long Russian novel, and what you have on page 500 is different, but the previous 499 pages are the same. And so I'm just going to say the discard. So something that I noticed aligned with both of them is the dead bedroom, and how as things started going downhill in both, my marriage with the, malignant narcissist, and then my ex-girlfriend, the covert narcissist, that the frequency of us being intimate in the bedroom was decreasing. Now, sometimes that's can happen just with time, familiarity, etc. And so, I want to separate that, put that over here. What is different, and I think this really needs to be clarified when we're talking about dead bedrooms and narcissist, is that I think the majority of the time that happens, it is a tool in the narcissist toolbox. And that when they start, killing the sex life, it doesn't just happen. They are doing it as a way to, one, attack you and hurt you, but two, to try to, get into your head and make you feel less valuable as a spouse, or less valuable as a partner, or less interesting. I mean, pick your adjective. And that is where it comes from. And again, like, that is very, I think a common aspect of that discard phase is killing the bedroom. And then you have the kind of emotional distance. Again, just whereas before there might have been this, warmth, tenderness, affection, that starts to decrease, both in, frequency and, magnitude, I guess. And then it gets to a point where there's just none. And so, for me, by the end of the, both relationships, I felt like I was lugging around a cinder block, or a cardboard cutout that looked like my partner, but there was no feeling there. No soul, no spirit, no warmth, nothing. And that, again, like, that's not just happening coincidentally. That is the narcissist pulling back. I mean, they're playing the discard game. They are pulling back emotionally. And as far as, other aspects that, I've read about that really resonate are the, kind of the typical crazy making, but, making you feel like you're being needy for having needs. How standing up for yourself or setting boundaries is selfish, and how you, coming to them and say, look, we need to have a conversation. This is important to me. That's you being insecure. So basically, every attempt that you make to either stand up for yourself, well, basically to fix things, fix the relationship, or fix the dynamics, every time you attempt that, they're going to they're going to try to turn it around like it's a negative. You're so needy, you're so codependent, you're so insecure, you're so emotional. Just, stop thinking about yourself all the time. What about me? Why do you have to make a big deal out of everything? I mean, everyone knows the script. It's like the narcissist is just reading the lines from like the narcissist handbook. That again, like that wasn't, I mean, previously I thought like, okay, that's something that happened in my relationship. Now I can see like, no, that's the discard phase. That is not something that happened. That is something that is part of the discard game, where the narcissist is just doing the slow push. And I guess that, for me, that's the scary part, is that, with my, ex-wife, that push was pretty quick. With my ex-girlfriend, year and a half, 2 years. And honestly, if I had not, like, ended things, it would probably still be going on. And it sounds like, reading some of the comments, it sounds like people have stuck around during this discard phase 5, 7, 10, 20 years. And and it's not like things ever get better. The narcissist just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing until they're just a name. They're a memory. And then you see this person that you used to know. As far as like, the discard, reverse discard, again, I think that might come down to a situation of maybe the narcissist having supply waiting in hand, and that if the narcissist, has supply and they are able to get all the supply they need from this new person, then at that point they might, end the relationship and just pivot. But I think most of the time, either that's not going to be the case, where there's not a good supply, waiting in the wings for the narcissist, or there's supply, in the wings for the narcissist, but it's not enough to, that if they, they want to be capped off at 100, they want to be full. And they might be in a situation where they know if they leave you, this other person or these other people are going to bring them up to like 90. But that's not enough for the narcissist. No, the narcissist wants 100. So they're like, no, I'm going to keep my foot in both relationships because I want to make sure that I'm at 100. And so at that point, they're still going to be doing the discard push, just because that's kind of their game, is to get you to leave, and then they can pretend to be the victim. So I kind of realize that what's commonly known as the reverse discard discard reverse, is very much something that I actually did go through, and that it wasn't necessarily just the relationship happening. It was an active, orchestrated attack, or what I would use to refer to as sabotage. Basically, you're in a relationship with someone who, instead of nurturing the relationship, is perpetually sabotaging the relationship. And for like the last 2 years, it was just like, why are they doing this? And for me, it was so confusing, because I was like, wait a minute, this isn't just me in the relationship, we're both in this relationship. So if the narcissist makes this a crappy, unfulfilling, miserable relationship, that means they're going to be miserable. They're going to feel crappy. I mean, they're not going to have fun. So why would they do that? And again, honestly, I haven't got a clue. It's something that I even now wonder about after everything that I've read. I know that with some of the things that I've heard from, some self-identified narcissist, I guess is the term, is that they do it, or part of it is that they do it just simply as an attack, because they love bomb you because they think you're perfect. And then the moment that they think or learn that you're not perfect, that you're a human being, that hurts the narcissist. I mean, that is like for the narcissist, that's like getting stabbed in the stomach with a rusty knife. They're like, oh my gosh, my partner's not perfect. And because narcissists are so weird with their feelings and facts and how they flip those around, if they feel pain, they think it's your fault. And so if if they have this stupid idea of their partner has to be perfect, and if they're not, then their partner's literally attacking them, that they have to attack back. And so this whole like painful discard phase of the narcissist sabotaging the relationship and attacking their partner is just simply the narcissist projecting out the pain that they feel. Basically this like painful disappointment that you as their partner are not perfect. And again, like that's one of the things where I think it's complete gobbledygook. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. In the end, does it matter? I mean, I am more concerned with the victims and the targets of the narcissist than what's going on in the narcissist mind. So, but again, the idea that the narcissist would be in a relationship and then sabotage that relationship while they're in it so that it's not fun and so they're miserable, that doesn't make any damn sense to me. I mean, even counting the like getting some bizarre delusional revenge or something. But yeah, just kind of thinking aloud. So yeah, this is my video on the discard and reverse discard. Hopefully it's been helpful.